So let's remember there's a lot going on. It's not simply passing a needle through opposing edges of a wound and tying off a suture or continuing a running stitch. There are many aspects that your hand with pickups, your non-dominant hand, and your dominant hand will be utilizing. And the more that we can really break this down and make it painfully simple, the more you can practice these simple and basic aspects of the manipulation and movement of needle, suture, pickups, wound edges, etc., the less you will have to worry about that on your first few times in real life actually closing a wound, or even, long into your career when you're dealing with perhaps a more complex wound, a more nervous patient, a more difficult situation. So this is going to be the absolute basics. So first off, let's just focus on how I'm holding the needle drivers here. So you can see I've got my ring finger in one loop, my thumb in the other. My middle finger is at the edge here at this corner between the arm and the loop for stability, and my pointer finger is out on the distance of the needle driver. So in this instance, I've got my whole hand with multiple planes of force. Thumb is pushing up and in, middle finger is pushing down and back, ring finger is squeezing in a little bit, pointer finger is pointing down. So this needle driver and the edge of it, the point, are super stable. So I have pretty good control, even though I'm a little shaky this morning. I maybe had a bit too much coffee before filming, but really stable control and movement. Whereas if I were to hold it like it were a pair of house scissors, like that is just, any shake by the patient, there's just no stability here. That's very floppy. But if we come back to my preferred way of holding it, that's a bit more stable. Now, this is not the only correct way. Some people prefer middle finger and just pointer, and you still, just with a little bend in that finger, the knuckles pushing up, the fingers pointing down, that's still pretty stable. Some surgeons that I have worked with like to do just a palm grasp, or like inside the hand here, and you get kind of the whole hand folding down and the pointer finger is a little bit closer. That's totally fine too. Really, the right way to do this is the way that feels comfortable in your grip, that you can practice with ease, and that allows you just a good, easy rotation. But the important thing to note is that one very crucial step to moving suture and needle through a wound edge is that it will need to come out the other side and be released, pulled through, and then reclamped. So however is easy for you to lock and unlock the edge of your needle driver is going to be important. So for me, again, this is just super easy. We can click and close all day long. And honestly, I recommend this to all of you. Bring one of these home and just sit and practice while you're watching TV, closing all the way, opening all the way, and just really get this into muscle memory. If you want to be kind of cool and do this in the palm grip, I mean, to be fair, it looks kind of cool. It's not really that difficult to clamp and pop open. You're just gonna wanna be practicing that as well. So that is the basics of how to hold your needle driver. Super simple, super crucial. The more you get this drilled deep into your muscle memory, transfer it from that cerebrum to the cerebellum, the less you will be thinking about this when you're dealing with your first couple real-life sutures, the more easily you will be able to focus on good approximation of the wound edge, comfort of the patient, explanation, fielding questions, making sure analgesia is correct. So, that ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Yeah, that sounds about right. This simple level, basic preparation is going to be the secret to your success. So next we will focus on a little bit of our friend, the pickups and needle transfer. And then hopefully we'll be moving towards actual suturing, instrument ties, and other aspects of wound care. Thank you so much. See you soon.